I loved Power Club.
Come with me if you want to live.
I loved Power Club.
No time for time travel.
Welcome to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, where we are podcast for nerds by nerds. My name is Tony, and I am one of your co-hosts, and joining me this week is my friend Quoc from Canada.
Hello.
Hello. Oh yeah, wait, no, that's you. Okay, that's your thing. Okay. I just responded for some reason. We are a podcast where you, the listener, choose a topic for us to discuss as the topic of the episode. And this week, we actually have two suggestions, and I think we could just combine it into one topic. So, Judge Greg, host of the Real Hero Talk podcast, and managing editor for the Enthusiasts Network and co-host of the Gamers Without Borders podcast, he suggested that we talk about the moral choice systems in video games. And then another podcast called the Monster Closet podcast says that when you roleplay, do you make choices that you feel you would make if the game were real life, or or anything else? So, but yeah, I think like those kind of like go together because they're about choices in games.
Cool.
So we'll be talking about that today. But first, how are you?
I'm all right. Been trying to figure out how to do paperwork to get a permanent residency for Canada, just so I could find work easier.
Oh, you're gonna stay there?
Well, I mean, it's an option just so that like I apply, and then if I do get it, and then if I find more work up here, it's a lot easier. I like it up here. I don't want to come back down just because of all the Trump thing going on, and I like not being able to drive to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice option. I don't miss driving at all.
I do when I visited you.
Yeah, I know. That's because like it's a lot of it's quite hilly up here.
Yes. But
at the same time, everything is pretty condensed. Like the one time I told you, hey Tony, you told me where you were. I'm like, it's 10 minutes away. I could walk to you. He's like, no, stay there. It's a long time. I was like, no. I see the street after I walk 2 minutes out of my house.
Yeah. No, I called a taxi and then I canceled it. Well, I didn't cancel it. My girlfriend did.
But they did get there, right? Because I remember I saw like a yellow cab. I thought you guys were getting it. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to turn back now. And then I just waited forever. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I'll go back to the house.
That was the cab. We canceled it, but we didn't know that they were already there because it's through the app. So
right.
We canceled it, but by the time we canceled it, they were there already. So, but then she went up to him and said, oh, no, it's okay. And I'm like, and I'm carrying like a bunch of stuff and walking slowly.
I mean, I was going to come and help you because I know you had like back problems. So I'm like, oh, it's easier for me to just do it. You just have to walk. And it's a lot shorter than the first time you came around.
I'm just going to block the whole thing out of my memory. So, no, if no memory, no pain, right? No pain, no gain, but no memory, no pain.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yes. Did you do anything the last week or two besides doing the permanent residency thing?
No, not really. I was just pretty lazy. I took that as like a whole week off, and then I just did nothing and just was looking at games to play. That's about it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Wait, what games have you been playing?
I think I started getting back into XCOM.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you were asking.
I actually didn't really play. I was trying to find it, and then I ended up, for the most part, just spending that week watching what do you call it? Like one of the person doing a playthrough on YouTube of the whole game. I'm like, oh man, I don't even know why I'm so invested in this. But it's like 60 episodes, and they're like hour longish. I'm like, man, what am I doing with my life? Why am I sitting here for like so long?
So do you actually have the game XCOM right now?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Do you have the game? Like, are you playing some?
Yeah, I do have XCOM. I got the XCOM 2.
Oh,
Since
so,
I tried XCOM 1, and that was pretty fun. And then either I messed up with a decision and I killed a whole squad, and then I just couldn't go on, so I stopped playing, or something happened to my computer at the time. Either or, I didn't finish it probably.
hey,
so I'm moving on to XCOM 2. Hopefully, it'll be a better experience.
The whole decision thing, it kind of fits in with the topic for this episode, huh?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Man,
how about you, man? What'd you do after you got back? I know you had like a day after to recover as well.
Yeah, I had a day to recover. But I was doing a lot of like other stuff. I went to like volunteer teach at one of the schools. And then I just did some stuff for the escape room before like I headed back to work, my main job. So yeah,
cool.
But I did get the new Pokemon game on the Switch. So it's not new. It's more of like a re-release from the Wii U. It's called Pokken Tournament. Have you heard of it?
No, is it Pokemon Tournament?
It's Pokemon and Tekken combined. So it's like it's a Pokemon Stadium type of game, but you're controlling the Pokemon like Tekken.
Oh, that's cool. So it's an actual fighting game?
Yeah, it's an actual fighting game. So it's really cool. I've never played it before. It was released on the Wii U, but I never had a Wii U. So they did a re-release with like a deluxe version with all the extras. Yeah, I've been playing it a lot actually. It's really cool. So like when you're battling, right? It's like a one-on-one game. There's 20 different Pokemon to choose from, and you get to choose a pair of support Pokemon that you can call in to support. And there's like two kind of like main modes while you're fighting. There's like kind of like a long range where like the camera is like far away, and the way that you control it is like it's more like the camera is kind of behind the Pokemon and you're moving left, right, and forward, you know? And then when you hit a certain way, then the camera switches into like a side view and you go into like the typical fighting game mode, like 2D mode.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. Really interesting mechanics.
Is it so is it only one Pokemon and the other two that support, or is it switching back and forth kind of like Marvel's Capcom?
No, it's you only have one Pokemon as your main Pokemon. And then the support characters, like from like a support cast of Pokemon, they're not like playable as main Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Marvel vs. Capcom, you have like your two main characters, then you have a support character.
Yeah. That's what I'm figuring as well. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I might like do like a video play of it and put on YouTube or something, but not sure yet. We'll see.
Cool. Are you thinking about streaming it?
I don't know if I can. I mean, I'll try to if I have some more time, but we'll see.
Okay.
When
nice.
I have better internet.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? I don't know. I started playing. Well, not started playing, but I've been playing Sonic Mania. I guess. I'm like more than halfway through. I haven't been playing much of it lately because of vacation and everything.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of ironic, but yeah. So yeah, and then I got Pokken Tournament, so now I'm playing Pokken Tournament. I was so tempted to buy that Double Dragon 4 game.
Oh yeah, you showed me. I'm surprised you didn't.
I know, it was only like $7, and instead I spent $60 on Pokken Tournament.
Oh my god, $60.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
I could hear the regret in your voice, but you don't regret it at all.
No, it's more of like it's $60 for one game, whereas I could have spent like that $60 on a bunch of like smaller indie games or like retro games, but I don't know. I like fighting games that much. Like me, like I never really played the Pokemon RPGs, but like I am really enjoying the Pokemon fighting game.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, have you seen the trailer for the new Tomb Raider movie?
No.
Yeah. They released the trailer last week, and then there was a poster that came out, and then the poster was like, you know, that badass like look where it's the person that they kind of like look over their shoulder into the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so apparently, I don't know what the internet's all going crazy because they're like, oh, this is bad Photoshop. You Photoshop and stretch her neck. Now she looks like a giraffe. So I don't know if you've seen it. Just are you on your computer right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 2018 movie poster. Let's see what it looks like.
I mean, you could also type Tomb Raider giraffe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the actual search thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually seeing a giraffe. or people in like a giraffe onesie.
Oh, okay.
No, I see it. Okay, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's Photoshop or not. I think it's just a bad angle for the camera.
Yeah.
Because, like, it kind of looks normal, right? I don't know.
But even still, man, that's kind of messed up. If that's how she normally looks, I'm like, oh man, you just call her out on being having a giraffe neck.
No, that was so weird. Like, that's one of the things is that like people are like, oh, what if it's not Photoshopped and you guys are just messing? Like, it was a body shaming her. I was like,
yeah.
What the hell, man? So yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's just a bad angle of the camera.
Yeah, I think like I see her like real, what she looks like in real life, or not real life, in other pictures.
Yeah.
Of her. And it's probably, yeah, I think it's just the angle. It doesn't look that bad. They're just like overreacting.
Yeah, you know, internet overreacts. So
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Anyways.
Yeah. But
what else did you have in the news for us?
So the Punisher trailer was released.
Uh-huh.
So there's going to be a new Netflix series, and it's based on the Punisher that was in Daredevil season 2. So yeah, it looks good. I don't know if you've seen it. Probably not.
No. Are you looking forward to it or no?
It looks super dark, man. Like super, super, super dark. Like both literally and figuratively. So it goes into the whole revenge plot about like the family being murdered in front of him.
Oh wow.
And it's crazy because in the trailer it kind of showed that too. And yeah, it was dark. That guy plays a good Punisher. Like if you've seen him, if you watch some clips of him in Daredevil season 2, he's a really good Punisher.
Is it like Jessica Jones dark?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's gonna like, from what the people who made it say, they're making it in a way that it's gonna be hard to even root for him because he's not really a hero.
Right.
So yeah. But I mean, that's how he really is, you know, as a comic book character. So that's good.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. See how it goes. Yeah.
Let me see some other things. You know, the Justice League movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So when Joss Whedon, so Zack Snyder had to step away. I think I mentioned that a while back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Joss Whedon's taking over, and then he just did a lot of cuts for the movie, and movie's coming out in November, but he's still like removing a bunch of stuff and changing things, and he totally cut out Iris West. You know who Iris West is?
I have no clue, Tony.
Okay, Iris West is the character that is supposed to be Barry Allen's significant other.
Okay.
The Flash. Yeah, they completely removed her from the movie, and Lex Luthor was also removed from the movie. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about like Joss Whedon changing all of that, like removing things?
I mean, it's hard to tell, like, because sometimes like people remake it, and it might be for the better. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
It just seems really hectic, just because like the release date is so close.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like, if it ends up being rushed, then we know why. But if it turns out being good, then it's like, oh man, that might have been really worth it. Because then I think for the most part, it's kind of like trying to make things work for the story itself. And he's just like prioritizing that more than just like, oh no, it's not working, but but we're running out of time, so just throw it out there because then you just waste a whole bunch of money and it might not be good. But who knows? It still might not be good afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, Joss Whedon, like, cutting things out. Like, the thing that's, like, people are saying is that Joss Whedon is very good at streamlining story. And, all these other ones, like, even though a lot of things are going on, like Avengers 1 and 2, he was able to still, like, streamline, just keep the things that are important in. So hopefully, this turns out well, but we don't know yet.
Because I remember you talked about him and you like his movies. So, I mean, like, if he has a good track record, then I for the most part, all we could do now is just trust his decisions and see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then, was that?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, okay, yeah. So until then, it's just like, all right, well, nothing we could do. All we're doing is just stressing for him, and that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, he left Marvel because he didn't have a lot of control over his movies. So.
Oh, that's cool. So it's more like a personal project in a way.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, DC doesn't really know what they're doing, so they just like, oh, here, just make your movie however you think, and then that's why everything's all messed up. But again, depends on the director because they let Patty Jenkins do Wonder Woman however she wanted, and that turned out good. So.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Yep. So we shall see.
I feel like for the most part, like when you let somebody creative do whatever they want, it normally turns out well until like an executive step in or the money person step in, then it tends to go a little bit wonky with the crowds, I guess.
Well, Zack Snyder did Batman v Superman, so I don't know. Because that was a terrible movie.
Okay, now what?
biggest complaint about Batman v Superman was it was overstuffed. So the fact that Joss Whedon is taking a bunch of stuff out of a Zack Snyder initially made movie, it's like he's just fixing the overstuff,
Okay. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it seems like it's a good thing, but we'll see. We will see in November.
That's soon.
Yeah. Okay, so another thing that was that movie, not movie, the TV series in the Inhumans?
Yes, I think I remember you showed me that. Yeah,
so in some markets they were advertising it as the complete series. So like the season that's being released is the complete series. So some people are like, wait, so is Inhumans already canceled before it got released? So that's how bad it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because
it is quite confusing, I guess.
Yeah, and its IMAX run didn't do too well, and everyone says like the people who have seen it are like it's like terrible. It doesn't live up to the hype. Like if there was any hype, and all the sets are so cheap and everything. So, and I
mean, it was a strange marketing stunt. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't have anything else to say about the Inhumans.
Yeah. And let's move on with that.
Then. Okay. I got two more things. So one more thing is, the anime called Akira?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now they're pushing forward again with another Hollywood remake of it into a movie. But I think aside from whitewashing stuff, I actually like the director that's attached to it now. So his name is Taika Waititi. Do you know who he is?
Taika, what's his last name?
I think it's Waititi.
Okay. I do not know though.
Oh, okay. He's directing Thor Ragnarok, the third Thor movie. And he has this other movie, which I don't know if you've seen yet, but it's really, really funny. It's called What We Do in the Shadows. Have you heard of that?
I haven't heard about that.
So it's like this movie where it's like they make fun of documentaries, so it's a mockumentary, and it's just like this camera crew that follows the life of these three roommates who are vampires, and they just live in a vampire in the middle of the woods. In a mansion in the middle of the woods, and super funny. It's like if you took The Office and then you mixed it with like Twilight, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, there's also, it's funny, like there's like, I'll tell you one part of it. Like there's this guy who got turned into a vampire, and he's so excited, like he wants to tell everyone he's a vampire, and he goes around like the bars, and then in the bars, like the camera crew records him, and he's telling people, it's like, hey, have you seen Twilight? Yeah, that's me. It's so dumb, but it's really good satire. But yeah, so he's gonna be doing the Akira anime made into a movie. So he yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't know. Sounds promising.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I know you can't really say anything because you don't know who he is.
Oh no, not even about that. It's just the whole thing about remaking like classic movies. So because then like, you know how like a lot of people, they remake the classic like Lion King and then Jungle Book and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's good. I mean, it's good for a lot of people, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's like, do you really want to remake it as a live action? I mean, they still like it as a animated stuff. So it's like, why can't you just leave like the classics alone and start remaking the classics, that sort of thing? But that's how a few people feel or might feel.
Yeah, I can see that argument. And then, I mean, for me, on the other hand of things, is that I kind of want, like, for me, like, I like seeing things like that are redone in real life, because, you know me, like, I am not like super into animated movies. I like them, but you know, I'm not like, I wouldn't go out my way to watch a lot of them, because I feel that disconnect of like, that's an animated movie, it's not real life, and I would like to see something reimagined in real life, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally understand. It's just like a different perspective.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool though. Like for me personally, I don't really care. Like I just want to see how it's done. I don't have that, but I know like a lot of friends of mine, they're like, it's a classic and they shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, that's
for me,
true
like,
too.
It's like, it's cool. It's a different perspective. But I think it also started, the moment you tap into that, you start opening up more things where people could start making remakes of remakes.
Yeah.
And that's when it started getting questionable.
Yeah. I mean, if the remake is bad, then you kind of just like block out of your memory, kind of like, you know, Dragon Ball Evolution. So, and then it just leaves it open for, because like reboots are so common now that if someone messes up one thing, it's someone else can come and make a good one, you know?
Yeah. It's just kind of sad. Like they take a lot of like animated stuff, like, and they like at least like with the Japanese Japanese anime ones.
Yeah.
They remake it and it's just completely blotching like the whole story and the whole category itself. Just because like I think a lot of my friends or a lot of people that watch, is it Death Note, from the Netflix one, the remake or the live action one.
Yeah.
And they're just like, They didn't like it at all. Even though like the Japanese already did like a live action one, they just redid another one for like the American audience, for more of a Western audience.
That was whitewashed. Like they cast it entirely American cast. Yeah,
so I'm like, we'll see how it goes with the Akira one. Hopefully, like after the whole Hellboy incident, it'll start having a domino effect where it'll open up more options to the cast being more
diverse,
more towards the original casting, I guess.
You know what'd be really, really weird is like it's just gonna be one Asian guy casted for all of them.
I mean, that's fine. It's an improvement.
Jackie Chan.
That's even better now. Definitely want to watch it.
Yeah. I have one more news item. It's Terminator. Speaking about reboots. So James Cameron is actually back with the franchise now. And he announced that they're doing a reboot, and the director is going to be Matthew Vaughn. And Matthew Vaughn's the guy who made X-Men First Class and The Kingsman.
Cool.
So he's going to be directing the next Terminator movie. And they actually got back both original actors, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the T-800 and Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. So, yeah. But we shall see. But now
Yeah,
now that James Cameron is actually back, because he only did part 1 and part 2. Everything after that was someone else. So,
okay.
So now that he's back on it, hopefully it's better. But
only time will tell.
this is like his last chance. Like, this is the last chance I'm thinking for the Terminator franchise. And they're saying like this reboot isn't a reboot, it's a sequel, but only a sequel to Terminator 2. So everything else never happened.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Topic of the episode.
All right, let's move on to the topic. Let's see. So, again, the topic was suggested by both Judge Greg and the Monster Closet. Again, Monster Closet is a podcast, and Judge Greg is the co-host of Gamers Without Borders podcast, managing editor for Enthusiasts, and host of the Real Hero Talk podcast. And basically, the topic is about moral choice systems in games, and then what kind of choices you would make if you were playing those games. So, yeah, like, do you know what moral choice systems are out there? Like, what games you've played with moral choice systems?
Yeah, I think one of the games I played was Fable.
Oh, okay.
And that was pretty open-ended for the most part. Like, it has a option for your character. Your character start off neutral, and then the things you do around the world, like, let's say you punch a random stranger or something, you start getting a bad reputation towards them.
Oh, okay.
So, or like if you do something good and you like shake the hand, do a more positive gesture or something, then you earn like a positive reputation, and that'll lead you more towards like becoming a bad guy or a good guy. So it's kind of cool at that point, for at least for that game, that it gives you the option. And some of the stuff you do, like, it makes you think like, oh wait, dude, how do I want to approach this? Because normally in games there's like no consequences; you just do whatever, and then it's like, yeah, just move on with your quest. But then this one actually does affect your quest. Like, sometimes your quests are a little bit harder to achieve if you have a negative reputation with other people or a certain type of people, because they know you've done bad things before, and it might trigger things. And I think, let me see, there's another game that was similar. I think Dragon Age had something similar, though it's not as open, where it gives you options. Like, do you want to do this, or do you want to, or like give you a whole bunch of response? Do you want to do this or this or this? And depending on what you say will sort of affect the story. So for me personally, I think that's kind of cool. But it's cool if they can get the story to move at a certain rate that isn't slowed down too much. And it definitely depends on the player. Like, for me, I think like those things are really cool in the beginning, but if they can't keep it at a rate where it's too linear in a way, that it could get kind of boring. Like, I would do it. Like, I remember in Dragon Age, I would do a few of them, and I was like, okay, these don't affect anything anymore, so I don't really care about my decision. I'm just gonna do this. And I ended up just like skipping through a lot of the dialogue because I stopped caring about certain things. But in Fable, I remember like I actually had to read some part because like, oh wait, he said something. Crap. What did I do with the guy before? So it made me rethink how I want to play my character as well. It's like, oh, do I want to just go straight up bad guy and just kill everything? Or do I want to be more of like a super good guy or superhero and just like save everything? And at that point, it's just like the question involved like role playing too, right? Like what kind of defines what you would choose? Yeah, so for me, like, I think it's kind of cool. Like, for the most part, you always want to, as a player, you're so used to choosing like the safer route. But then, like, since it's a game, I find that it's a lot more enjoyable to just like go all in on one direction, either be really good or really bad, just to see how things are. Because it's like, oh crap, I'm a super bad guy, so I'm gonna go straight up. I'm gonna go all the way with this and choose all the answer that's bad. That makes me a bad person, or vice versa. Because when you go neutral, it's like, okay, it's just like any other game. You're just playing it safe. You're not good. You're not bad. You're just playing a game.
Yeah.
And you just it takes yourself out of the game itself.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird. Like I know I get the idea of having a morality system is cool, but you know, it's so the games that I play, I can't remember them right now, but the games that I have played, the choices are always so super obvious, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, like you meet some vendor and he talks to you, right? It's like you can say, oh, like you want to see what he has, or you can say, oh, like I need some help with like so and so, or you can volunteer donate him money, or you can kill him. You know, like it's like super super obvious, and it doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it doesn't really feel real.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's too extreme in a sense.
Yeah. So it's like too extreme, and then when you choose that thing, you kind of know exactly what's gonna happen with you.
I think I know what you're talking about. But at the same time, like some games, they're just, although they have like a lot of different answers, or a lot of options for you to choose, it just all leads back to one decision, and that's the game that really gets me, or doesn't get me. That it just makes me like really angry, or not angry, but it just makes me like very indifferent about the games. Like it just makes me want to skip through everything. Because like, well, my decision doesn't matter because eventually I'll get back to this answer anyways. So I'm just gonna skip through all the dialogue.
Yeah, like some games out there, they only have like so they have every like decision that you can think of throughout the entire, like, I don't know, 40-hour game. But then in the end, there are only 2 possible endings. You know, like okay, so what's the point of everything? You know?
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like, I haven't played too many games that had the option where as open ended that we would like, I guess. Because I think that's the thing that probably prevents us from skipping through the dialogue. Because in the beginning, we'll probably read it as like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. We have options.
Yeah.
And like later on, mid games, like, oh, all these options doesn't really matter because it's just there. This is there for role play, but the role play isn't like it's a fake role play in a way, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it doesn't matter what I choose. I just choose it for fun, I guess. But in the end, I'm still doing the same thing. There's no consequences. There's no perks.
Dude, it reminds me of like the philosophical question where like, is it destiny or is it free choice? You know?
Oh man.
Yeah, but in video game format. But then that's probably just a reflection of our real life. So
yeah.
So wait, is Fable the one where you go around shaking people's hands?
Yeah. I think that's one of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the one that Liam was talking about last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a fun one where you just do. It's kind of like I guess it's like a GTA. Of like a fantasy GTA sort of thing. But for the most part, like it has a very central storyline. So you go about and you'll eventually reach the end goal. But how you go about it is kind of different. I think there's other games, a lot of other games out there. I think some people were mentioning Skyrim to me. I think my friend told me about what do you call it? Let me think. It was Neverwinter Night, I believe.
Oh, that's an old game.
Yeah, it's way old. But then he was telling me that because like it's literally based off like the D&D game where you could just have open options. And I tried it for like maybe like a few hours, but at the same time I didn't have the time because it really did give you a whole bunch of options. And I was like, oh man, there's a lot of options that you essentially as a person who would play D&D would really have to think about things, or else it will affect how your later quests are. And at the time, I just didn't have the time to read through everything. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It makes it interesting. At the same time, it slows down the gameplay by a lot. But if you play it, you probably get rewarded by the story and the outcome.
Man, I feel like for me, like I have such a low attention span. So if I play those longer games that have the whole decision thing, I'll like start playing and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna play a good guy, and then like I'll wait for a few weeks and then play again. And I'm like, oh wait, what did I play as? And then like I'll probably play as bad guy, and then just go back and forth. And in the end, it's just gonna be like, you're neutral.
I mean, I think that's the same. That's the same thing that happened with me with a few games. Like I would play through it. I was like, man, being a good guy sucks. I'm gonna become a bad guy now.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's kind of weird that some games you can kill one person, but if you make up that with like a bunch of good things, then it kind of makes you a good guy, even though you already killed one person.
Just forget your past. It's okay. I said, just forget your past. Don't worry about your past. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all behind you.
Yeah, I was listening to the Gamers Without Borders podcast, and Judge Greg, he was talking about playing some of the Life is Strange or like the other games where like it's the novel type games, or like I think it's Telltales or something like that. He would. And like he said that for him, when he makes decisions in those games, he always chooses the decision he thinks his character is going to be choosing instead of like going outside of the norm, right? And so that was an interesting way. I heard some other people like they just like, I forgot who said this. I heard it in another podcast as well, that it could be Nick from Gamers Without Borders, but it could be another podcast where you are playing as Batman, and then you have the option of like answering some questions or like screaming like something back or just silence. And then the guy who said it, he's like, if he's Batman, he always chooses silence because it's Batman. So Batman would just stare.
I mean, I think that's a really interesting take on it.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, let me see. Were there any other? That game Infamous? Have you heard of it?
I heard about it, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think, so the first game was just a normal, straightforward game that was a free roaming, like, open world. And
okay.
The second game had, like, you can save people or you can destroy everything. And
that's the Second Son, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I remember about it. I haven't seen any gameplay, I haven't seen any, see any playthrough about it.
Yeah, so it's like just a binary decision, like kill or not kill. And then if you kill, you turn red. If you don't, and then you're just blue. Like it's straight up just good and evil, like extremes. There's no like middle ground.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, that's kind of cool. It makes people like actually choose its side.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like Jedis and the Sith, I guess, in any of the Star Wars games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Would you ever play those type of games? I know you don't have time, but if you had time.
For I don't know. Like again, they have to do it well. Like I would play it if like the game had more than 10 different endings, just so that I know that all my decisions are being accounted for, and then it is going to be put on a scale where like if you're a certain amount of points on this scale, you get this type of ending.
Yeah. No, I think that's cool because then it also present like replay value, right?
Yeah. Because then it's going to be very hard to get all 10 endings if your endings are dependent on your overall like point system or whatever it is, reputation.
Right. Yeah, that'll be a cool one, but it's so rare to find those kind of games. At least like nowadays, it's very. I think at the most you probably just get like 2 endings from what I know, anyways. So.
Oh, I just heard that there was this one game that had like 25 endings or something.
Oh, what game is this?
I don't remember. Let me see. I just heard it on another podcast while I was driving to work this morning. Game with 25 endings, but like only 5 are like real endings. The rest are like just whatever endings. Man, I can't find it. Yeah, I don't know. If I find it, I'll let you know, but I don't know what it is right now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because it's just so rare. Like I know, like there would be games where it's just like two main endings and the rest is just slightly similar. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. It doesn't make it feel like you did anything. I mean, it makes the game feel very linear, and it's a little bit different, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember what you call it. There's another game called I think it was Shadow of Mordor.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Lord of the Ring one where it's like action based where you go around and you decide what orc to take over, because then you're supposed to take down like the main leader orc, and to get to them you have to go through the minions and you have to like mind control them or like gain their trust in a way. So if you and there's always like civil disputes between the orcs. So by taking a side of one, you're making any of the other, which could consequently come back, and that guy could, or hit that guy and his followers could be attacking you later on. So I think it's kind of cool that that was introduced, where like either you decide to help this one or the other one. This one has this kind of perk. This one has this type of perk. So it's like making friends, right? Like choose your friends. How do you want you to make your connections? Do you want like a guy that could do this and this, or a guy that could do this and this? And you'll be missing out on all of that. So it's kind of nice. And I think at the time it was pretty different, and it was refreshing just to see how see a game that's like that gives you real options, like make you like miss and not make you miss out on something, and not be like, oh, yeah, you can get everything you want, just play this, because it's cool to get everything you want, but after a while it's just really boring, because then everything's just so easy. Late games, like, oh, okay, that's it.
What you just said right now of like, oh, it's really cool to like have everything, but it gets boring after a while. You just basically reminded me of One Punch Man. You know?
Oh yeah, that's true. In the beginning, yeah. And then he got too strong.
And then he's just bored with everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah,
I think you should read the manga, Tony. You would like it.
I haven't read the manga, but I've seen some episodes. But
no, I mean the episode is great because it follows the storyline for the most part. But you should definitely read the manga because it branches out a lot more, and the story is actually interesting.
Oh yeah, so last week, John requested we talk about manga and comic books. So we actually, our topic was the strangest like comic book and manga characters, and and me and Lam talked about One Punch Man a little bit. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, we might do a redo on that episode with you on the line as well. So
it's fine. I think it's just really cool.
Yeah,
like, I think it's just like the whole, because with manga it's like so obscure, and like the whole anime and manga thing. I realized like the Japanese have a really obscure yet interesting way of portraying things and making things interesting.
Yeah, we actually did make that comment. Everything that we talked about last week that was the strangest were all like highly suggested and recommended. So yeah, because it's so weird that it's cool. Yeah. But, except for Asbestos Lady, but what that never mind about that.
I'm not gonna ask about that.
Let's see.
I see. Are you next to a train station?
Yeah, so the hotel that I'm at is actually, when I look outside the window, there's a train station.
Yeah. I think we all just heard it.
Yep. Let's see. Do you have anything else to say about the moral systems in the games, moral choice systems?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think that's about all I have to contribute, I guess.
Okay.
There's not much more about I think that there's definitely a lot more if you play like real life games, like tabletop games versus like video games.
Yeah.
Then you can actually, it's kind of like those what would you do if you had this sort of situation?
Yeah.
Hypothetical questions. in real life and you have more open-ended answers versus like in game where everything is just so closed off. And I'm sure like it's a lot of work just to put in having a lot of choices that actually affects the end game as well. So I'm sure like not a lot of people have the budget or time to make that type of game.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It'll be cool just to one day see that sort of thing for more to play.
Yeah, that is true. Yep. Well, I guess that is our talk on the moral choice systems in games.
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
Let's move on to the listener question mailbag. So,
okay.
So last week's listener question was, what video game has the best love story? I said Double Dragon, so.
Double Dragon has a love story?
Yeah, and the lamb said The Sims.
Oh my god. I don't know. It's like, what game has I played that has a love story?
Well, while you think, let me read you some of the answers.
Sure.
So Kinetic from Behind the Line podcast, he says, Shadow of the Colossus, Wander will do anything, endure any hardship, make any sacrifice for Mono, sweet and tragic. Plus, the horse Aggro must have quite a love for Wander to stick with him through all that crap.
Wait, sorry, Johnny, you're cutting in and out. I couldn't make a word you said.
Oh, okay. No, it was just Kinetic, he said Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
see.
Keep moving.
Talking Crass podcast from John and Beat. He says, they say, 3 spring to mind. Final Fantasy VIII Squall and Renoa, Metal Gear Solid Snake and Marrow, and probably favorite Halo Master Chief and Cortana. The Monster Closet podcast says Witcher 3 has a cracking love triangle depending on how you play it. If you read the books and if you played the previous games. John Layola, host of the One Track Punk Show and co-host of the One Track Gamers with Corey and Amanda, he also says Witcher 3. And he says, there's so much loving going on. And then Boss K, aka Boss K Bounty Hunt, he says Link and Zelda. I mean, come on. Their love transcends various incarnations. That is true. They keep getting reincarnated and keep falling in love. Yeah. Got anything?
Oh, okay. I was waiting. I thought there was more.
Oh, sorry. No, that was all.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if it had it. Hold on. Because I slightly remember the beginning, but I don't remember exactly. Let me see. Give me a moment.
Sure thing.
Did Battletoad Double Dragon have a love story? Because I remember like the beginning, like didn't they take a girl or something?
Every like fighting game side scrolling like that, like they take a girl.
I know. That's why I'm like, it's very generic. I wouldn't say it's like interesting. Well, I guess if you have to, the most basic one is Mario and Peach, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what they have with the relationship, how that's doing, because it's so general. It's like, oh,
but
Bowser came and take it again, and there's so many spoof videos that it makes you rethink things. I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, no, Peach wants to get away from Mario, so she lets herself get captured.
She really just wants alone time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like the general one, I would say is Mario and Peach, but I wouldn't say it's the best one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. All right. So, do you have a question for next week?
Sure. If you were to watch somebody stream something, what would it be?
Oh, so just watching people stream?
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be. It could be just playing a game, and if it's a game, then what kind of a game, that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Or it could just be like I guess for me, like I wouldn't mind watching people animate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so it's like, oh, okay, I wouldn't mind. It's kind of boring sometimes, but I wouldn't mind it. It'll be something to watch, I guess.
I'm thinking about it, and this sounds really off the wall, but it'd be really interesting to see like a staring contest competition stream. And
it's like a Guinness World Record of staring competition, and you guys are like the live witness.
Yeah, and if you're like live streaming and you're staring at each other, you wouldn't even really know if your connection died or not, because
that's so true.
Yeah, because they'll just keep staring at each other. Yeah.
What happens if like your connection did die and it's like, oh no, you blink, or like you don't know if they blink within that brief disconnection period?
Well, I mean, there's judges, right? I don't know.
So
yeah, I would say I would stream someone.
That's pretty cool. Whenever you want to do a staring contest just to see if you could win.
Yeah. All right. So that's those are our answers. So you guys can tweet us at NTFTTPod after we post the question when this episode goes live. All right. So let's move on to game time.
Cool.
It's gonna be another audio challenge, but this time it's
cool.
An audio challenge. So I'm gonna play a clip of something. It's of a character. Then you're supposed to tell me what that character is.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, and if you can't get it on your I don't know, I'll give you like, let's say 2 guesses. And if you can't get 2 guesses, then I'll give you a kind of an audio hint, which is very obvious. Okay. It's going to be like more, not very obvious, but going to be a lot more obvious, like a theme song or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Sure.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Cool. So here's the first clip.
Lou, I hate this place. I do. I'm telling you, I hate it. I'm in a hostile environment. I am completely unprepared. I'm surrounded by people who probably want to kick my ass. It's like being back in high school.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a certain theme that I had to figure out as well?
Yeah, later.
Okay. Do I know if this is like all video game based at the moment, or is it like just characters in general? From live action movies to games and that sort of thing.
I can tell you that they are all based on video games, but they're not all necessarily in the video game media. Okay.
So they're all video game related.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Can you play it one more time then?
Sure.
Lou, I hate this place. I do. I'm telling you, I hate it. I'm in a hostile environment. I am completely unprepared. I'm surrounded by people who probably want to kick my ass. It's like being back in high school.
Huh. Back in high school. I feel like it's based off a fighting game.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
You got the game right, but who?
All right. So because I heard, was it Luke in the beginning?
He said Lou. Yeah.
Oh, Lou. Okay.
Liu Kang.
So Liu Kang. That's how I got with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So the guy's talking to Liu Kang. So who said this?
I remember. Oh God. I'm trying to remember for the movie what it was from. Who said it? Johnny Cage?
Yes, it is Johnny Cage. Wow. Okay, you got it.
Sweet. Yeah, sweet.
Let's see. Here is the second one.
All systems, full power! Get a load of this! No way! I can't believe this! He's not gonna get away with this! It's no use. Give up. Get them. Smash them all.
Shredder?
No, not Shredder.
Damn. Oh God.
That's one guess.
Oh man. It's more.
This is a little tougher. I mean, if I heard it, I wouldn't know right away either.
I feel like it's a cartoon series. It's from a cartoon series. It's like a 90s cartoon series. I'm thinking. For me, it sounds like something from Ninja Turtles, but
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the voice actor is the same, but it's not Ninja Turtles.
damn it! That case, can you play it one more time?
Sure.
All systems, full power! Get a load of this! No way! I can't believe this! He's not gonna get away with this! It's no use. Give up. Get them! Smash them all!
Oh God! Oh. I thought that was part of the clip for some reason. I was like, what?
No, that's just
the first time. Oh man, spirit related. I'm guessing. Ooh, get them. All system. Alright, I don't really know if I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna guess Zurg from Toy Story.
That sounds like him, huh? No, it's not though. So here is the hint clip, okay?
Okay. Okay, is that Dr. Robotnik?
Yes, it's Dr.
Okay.
Robotnik. Awesome. So
Okay,
you got the theme then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that makes sense. Now I can hear it. Not
Yeah.
really. I still don't hear it.
Oh, okay.
But I could see him saying those things now.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a little tough. This one is
Sure.
gameplay.
Okay.
So let me just.
Round one. Fight!
Do you kind of hear that?
Yeah. Let's see. There's a character that's like Liu Kang in there.
Yes, that's the one that I'm trying to get you to guess.
Yeah. I'm thinking Law. So Tekken.
Yes, you are right. It is Law.
Okay.
Wow.
Good,
okay.
good. That's all I know.
Let's see. How about? I mean, this one's gonna be easy, but let's try this.
Look at this. It's a plumber's nightmare. These pipes haven't been serviced for years.
Okay, I assume it's gonna be Mario, but which one? Mario? Luigi? Mario?
Yeah, it's Mario.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
If that was Luigi talking, I'd be screwed.
And that's actually Mario from the Super Mario movie.
yeah, that's what I figured too.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the last one.
I am the champion! Bust you up! There's no escape! You've got some real guts challenging me! You're chickening out, huh? I'm the champ!
Macho Man Randy Savage?
You know, I was listening to it earlier, and I didn't pick that up. And when I heard it now, I can understand why you said that. It sounded just like him, but
Damn it.
it's not. It's a character. You remember we were talking about video games, so
Yeah, that's a character. There's special in games.
oh, okay. well, not that.
Okay. The champion. Can you play one more time then?
Yeah.
I am the champion! Bust you up! There's no escape! You've got some real guts challenging me! You're chickening out, huh? I'm the champ!
Oh man, that bust you up sounds so familiar. I'm guessing it's not from a wrestling game. That's like, I guess I'll just guess. Is it Balrog from Street Fighter?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
I wanted to play his theme music too, but wow.
Yeah, take that, Tony.
Wow.
Take that, you stupid quiz.
Yeah, you busted me up. Yeah. All right. So those are all 5. So again, it was Johnny Cage, Dr. Robotnik, Martial Law, Super Mario, and Balrog. So what is the commonality of these characters?
Oh man. That Dr. Robotnik kind of threw me off at Mario. Let's see. They have real occupations?
You're actually really close, I guess.
They have jobs.
It's not that. It's something else, but...
Okay. Because I'm thinking right now, they all have like side jobs in a way. Because Johnny Cage is a movie star.
Okay.
Robotnik's a scientist.
Okay.
Balrog is a boxer. Mario is a plumber. What is the martial artist? That's just regular.
I think he's also a movie star. I'm not sure. I forgot.
I don't know what he is. Is he? Are they based off real people?
Yes, they are all based off real people.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah. So Johnny Cage is based off of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And actually, Mortal Kombat was originally going to be a movie, a game that was tied into a Van Damme movie, but then they had a falling out, so then they just made it to Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
No, that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. It's a good thing Mortal Kombat exists now. So
yeah.
And then Dr. Robotnik, he's based off Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, I can see that now.
Yeah. Martial law based off Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Balrog based off Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And Super Mario, he's actually based off Nintendo's landlord, which is named...
Really?
Yeah, he's based off Nintendo's landlord. Landlord is named Mario Segali or Segal.
Oh, well, you know. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Wow. You got that connection.
Somehow.
I thought it was
I only got it based off of... I think I just only got it off... Was it martial law and Balrog? Because I was like, oh, it's Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That's the only connection I made.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. Everything else was kind of obscure.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
All right, good job.
That's a tough one this week.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Let's move on to the final lap.
Sure.
You got anything to promote or plug?
I do not.
All right. So thank you again to everyone who contributed. Thank you to the Monster Closet. Thank you to Judge Greg for both of you guys for the topic suggestion. Thank you to John Layola, again, Monster Closet, Kinetic, Talking Crass, and Boss K for all the submissions for the answers to the question. You guys can check us out at ntfttpod.com. All of our social media is linked on there. If you guys like us, please rate us on iTunes and any podcast service you guys use. It helps us out a lot. You guys can also check out our Patreon. Yeah, follow us and check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/ntfttpod. If you guys want to start your own podcast, you guys can check out the link for a referral code in our description to Pinecast, and you get your first 4 months with a discounted rate. Is that it? Anything else?
yeah. But I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So thanks again for listening, guys. Send us an email at ntfttpod@gmail.com or just send us a tweet. And no time for time travel. Signing off. Hurdy and Warp Speed. See ya.
Bye.